Bizarre Brain Comics. Dun 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 dun. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm Gary, your host. And this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. Well, this time, wet my whistle. And this time, we're going to take a look at this little book here. It's not so little. This is, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures Special number 5, which was published on a quarterly basis. This is from summer of 1993. And this is a giant, it's 48 pages, which gives us a complete adventure all in one issue. And of course, this is Archie Adventure Series. So this is the title that is tied to the original animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series. The ones who had like these guys here with the letters on their belts, their initials on the belts. Okay, and this is written by Philip Nutman. You got me. And art by Rich Hedden and Tom McWeeny. Well, that's an unfortunate name, isn't it? Sorry, Tom. Tom McWeeny. Can you imagine growing up with that name? Everyone would call you a weenie. And various other things. And and of course, traditionally, this Archie Adventure series, the art followed more or less. It had several artists, and it was varied a little bit, but it basically followed the stylization of art from the animated series. And this art in this one is even more exaggerated to the point where they often don't look like they're supposed to. But it's kind of fun, and it's a fun read. And so let's take a look. This has definitely an action-packed cover, front cover, very dynamic, and Michelangelo doesn't want to stand up properly. And of course, Kevin Eastman and Laird created Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and self-publishing, created Mirage. Was it Mirage? Yeah, Mirage Studios. But then got picked up and adapted for television, and actually it was originally intended for more adult readers, and they really juvenilized it. I enjoy some of the original animated series, but I liked the comics better. And so I have some of the Archie versions and some of the original Eastman and Laird Turtles stuff. And so here we have it's Leonardo and Raphael fighting one another. And look at his nose here. It's like a big proboscis, almost like an exaggerated gator nose. Anyway, they're in some practice fighting, and Leo winds up smacking his head, and he's. And then it's okay, it's over. Time to order pizza for supper. And since Leo came out on the worst end of this bout, he has to go get the pizza. And they're all saying what they want. So Leonardo goes to get pizza. Raphael is supposed to do mirror exercises while the others watch TV. It's the news. They watch April, and they're talking about the garbage barges, garbage cow barge, taking contaminated waste down to which has been controversial for some time here, taking this contaminated waste to I think it was a South American country where it is disposed of, and there's been some problems with that. So meanwhile, then we see they're at the pier where that barge is taken off. We see, what's this? It looks like a captain. It's not the barge. He's looking through a periscope, and he's got he looks like a pirate captain. Yeah, he is Captain Blythe. And he's got a talking parrot, and he's terrorizing his crew. And then we get our title. There's no splash page, but we get our title here. Yo ho ho and a bottle of mutagen. Oh my gosh. So Leonardo has a little bit of time to kill, waiting for the pizzas, and he goes over to the pier, and he sees all these anti-seize garbed men moving around barrels of contaminated waste. You know, what's going on? He jumps in. Hiya, ahoy, hiya! And they pull out cutlasses? What the heck? Yeah, and they're going to town, and while he's getting the better of him, someone slips up behind him and smacks him in the head. Well, that's a second big smack in the head for the day, and it just puts him right down. Well, meanwhile, everyone's hungry and says, it's been too long. Wonder what happened to Leo. And they're going to call the pizzeria, but Master Splinter is doing some meditating, and he has a little telepathic link, and he says, oh, something's not right. And sure enough, he's not. Leonardo wakes up, and he's in some kind of ship, and here comes this big fella. Very menacing. Who are you? Then we see, while they called the pizza place, no, Leo never showed up, did not pick up the orders. What's going on? So they get to the nearby pier, and they're looking around, and they find an earring. What's going on here? And then they find the guard and the guard dog tied up and gagged. And they check him out, and he says, yeah, he was attacked. They were attacked by some piratey guys, and they took off with most of the contamination. Then meanwhile, we see on a submarine, which is called the Sea Cow, and notice it's got the horns on there. And then there's Leo. So thanks, dude. He's got untied him. And what's this? This guy's a pig. You're a mutant like me. Oh yeah, his name is. He goes by the name of Pigfoot, and he gets. This is where he gets his backstory. Where he was just a sailor on one of these garbage barges. The pirates attacked. They snatched the stuff, and he got caught in the middle. It took him to the guy who was in charge, which is Dr. Ruthven. Dr. Ruthven. And he was getting this contaminated stuff and conducting experiments, and some of the stuff had mutagen, and zap, he is mutated into this piggy guy. So now he's basically trapped there, basically enslaved by him, and they're off to wherever the headquarters of the pirate headquarters and stuff. Meanwhile, like Doctor Strange, Splitter sends his astral form out looking for Leonardo, and eventually he finds him in a submarine under the water. So what are we going to do? And so when the captain has another mutant there, and he attacks Leonardo, and they call him Sea Dog. Arr, 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 arr. And he really takes out both Pigfoot and Leonardo, because they were trying to find a way out. Now they go to attack the barge while they're out of commission, and they get all the stuff, and then they had to start heading towards the crazy Dr. Ruthven's at Ruthven's Island. Oh, that's good fun. You can see the really strong. I can't focus here. A strong exaggeration on the stylization, but the draftsmanship is fine. I have no problem with that, or even with the exaggeration. Well, it's cartoony, and has some pretty good, decent visual storytelling, and I enjoy reading the story as well. So it's reasonably well written as well. So, and it turns out Dr. Ruthven he's happy because he finds out he's got another mutant, and he wants so he can test stuff on the mutant, and here he's got cells full of other mutants that he has created, and so he wants to compare them all. So they're still prisoners, but they get Man Ray, has his another mutant, has his submarine off Ray submarine off the coast of New Jersey. He's working on pollution and stuff. They contact him via the astral projection, and they get April, and he gets Man Ray comes and brings his sub to pick him up. So meanwhile, they're having a fight between Leo and a staged fight between Leo and Sea Dog. Well, but the Leo is better prepared this time, and he's well recovered. So he is just playing fast and loose with Sea Dog. Meanwhile, the others are on their way, and they're heading to Ruthven Island in the Outer Hebrides off Scotland. They get there, and there's the castle. They have to get in. The castle. Leo is being hauled in, while the others are to the castle. The others are sneaking up on the raft, and they sneak in, and Pigfoot has managed to get the key to the other mutant cells from their guard. You see he's guards in the background with stars and the busted stick. So he whacked him a good one. And he frees all the other mutants. Just as the doctor's about to start slicing up Leo, and the turtles and company get there. Now it's like repel borders, and they're all fighting with the pirates. And Pigfoot and the other mutants help the turtles. They get in there, and they're taking down all the pirates. Yo ho ho, up against Sea Dog. But he is outnumbered and outclassed. And in the process, as Pigfoot wants to go against the Mad Doctor, and the turtles they kick Sea Dog, and he goes flying. Pigfoot ducks. Sea Dog hits the Mad Doctor, goes flying out the window of the castle, down towards the water at the bottom of the island, where Captain Blythe is rowing away, and they smashed in his rowboat. We don't know what their actual outcome is, but I would guess probably they died. They free Leo, and everybody got all the bad guys rounded up, and now time for them to get home. But where do they go? What about the mutants? We'll stay here. This is my home, and we must take care of the toxic waste. So they have to do. Now they're talking about the pizza that they missed, and they're hungry. But while we're in Scotland, Splinter says, I'd kind of like to try some haggis. And they go, yeah. And that's the end of that story. Then it has a backup story. And actually, I like the art better in this backup, script by John Gentile, with pencils by Michael Gaydos. I'm familiar with any of these, but I like the art better here. I'm not going to talk much about it, because it turns out to be the first chapter of a storyline continued to the next issue. So I'm not going to talk about it. But that's a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fun. Oh, I want to thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Do you remember way back when? Did you read these Archie Turtles comics? And how did you like them compared to the original Eastman and Laird stuff? All of that stuff. Did you like the animated show, or which version of mutant shows did you of turtle shows did you like? My wife and I, we like the CGI version TV show best. With the Teenage April, not the more recent one, but the not the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the series before that. That was a good one. I'm going to enjoy this classic one as well. So thank you for joining me, and remember, comics are art.